Hey, Dean from Leisure Travel Vans. I've got my good friend Brad Wall with us.
Hey, Brad here, and I'm the Customer Relations and Warranty Manager here for EE Leisure.
And today we're gonna have a look at the Serenity, a walk-around video, and we're gonna have a look at the 2016 model year chassis, and we want you to make sure that you always look at the owner's manuals for the chassis, Mercedes-Benz, and the owner's manual for the Leisure Travel Vans. So let's just start off. We're over on the passenger side here, Brad, and of course we got our little light that opens up with our door.
Prior we're walking through the awning, we're just going to have a little look here. You see a little decal here on the door frame. This on all U.S. coaches and Canadian. We provide the either occupant cargo carrying capacity decal for the U.S. or just the cargo carrying capacity for the Canadian units.
So OCCC for the U.S. models and CCC for Canada.
This just lets you know how much you can carry, occupants with cargo or just the cargo only. We also have listed on the other side, we'll also have listed another decal that rates your tires, your tire pressure rating, which Mercedes says about 61 pounds per tire, and the serial number, the VIN number of the chassis.
Great important features there. Always check your tire pressure. Very important in an RV.
First thing we're going to show you, like Dean mentioned, is the awning. We always suggest that you have the door closed when operating the awning, in or out, and that's why we put the switch and the light switch of the awning in the pedestal of the passenger seat.
Okay. How do you turn the light on?
So we turn the light on and the red light goes on and your awning lights appear.
Perfect.
So now we're going to bring the awning out.
Okay, that's great. Awning comes out about 7 feet. It's about 12 feet in length. We don't quite have enough room to move it all the way out here, but I'll just show some of the features here on bringing the awning out. It's pretty simple. We have a little switch, little yellow tab here, lift it up, pull the arm all the way out. You just leave it loose like this, so you can either mount it if it's a little bit breezy outside, and I mean just a little bit, because if it's super windy, you want to leave the awning in. We just lock that in place.
Also, when pulling the leg out of the awning, you want to always make sure, because it can pivot and turn, you want to make sure that your orange tab that you pull is on the inside of the coach.
Good point.
Not on the outside. If it's on the outside, you will never be able to fit the awning leg into the bracket of the side of the coach.
So the orange has got to be facing me.
Correct. On the inside of the awning.
You can see it's pretty simple to put it out, and then you can push it all the way up. The other choice you can have is you can also leave the awning down. If you're in a campground area, you can get some tent pegs and you can tent peg it in. So you do that the same on both sides.
Just one thing you want to know about this awning, it is a box awning, so when it gets windy, you'll want to bring the awning in. So if you do leave your campsite at any point in time during the day, you will want to bring the awning in, so you don't want it flapping around in the wind.
This orange tab's got to be facing me, so when the awning comes out this way, orange tab is always facing me, and then we just slide it in place. And then put the awning back up when you're done. Hey Brad, so is there any maintenance or any clean of the awning?
Yeah, when you have it out and leaves fall and get onto your awning, and also there's always dew in the mornings, so when you do put it up, you'll have to maybe get a little bit of a ladder and sweep off the leaves and some of the water, and you just have to clean it with some mild soap and water. Just keep it nice and clean and leaf free.
Okay, LED lights, correct?
You bet.
Beautiful. Now, one question people always ask me, if the awning gets stuck in the out position, is there a way to manually bring it in?
There is. You'll see that cap on the forward-facing.
Right there, that round thing?
You bet.
Okay.
And you remove that cap, you get in there with a ratchet, and you can ratchet the complete awning in manually.
Excellent, good little tip there. If you ever have a problem with the awning, you can manually retract it. Start right here. What have we got right here? That looks like an outlet for something.
Yeah, here we have our furnace exhaust for our Suburban furnace.
Okay.
And
anything a customer has to do with that at all?
No. Just make sure it's free of any debris.
So it runs off the thermostat, spark ignition.
You bet.
Runs propane.
Propane furnace.
Beautiful.
Operated off a 12 volt.
Beautiful. Okay. Obviously, we've got our door here. Anything on the hinges here? We can see our door opens up.
Yeah, fiberglass entrance door that we use. We have this strap to keep the door in the open position, and if you want to, you're at your campsite and you want to keep the door open and not flapping in the wind.
Yeah.
We do have a stationary bar. You just put this bar in, and then the door will not flap.
And then you can leave your screen door open.
Right. Closed, and then you can go in and out.
Nice. Now also on the step here, step comes in and out when the door opens and closes.
Right. We have an override switch that when you are camping and opening and closing the door, you can just flick the switch, and now the step will stay in the open position. And there is, if you do forget when you leave the campground, there is an override on the ignition so that when you turn the ignition on, the step will automatically retract.
Okay, so if I have it in lock camping mode, but I start the engine, it automatically goes up.
Yeah, it overrides the system and it will come up.
Good safety feature, smart.
The outside lights, starting from the left here to the right, we have the outside switch for the assist handle and also for the patio light. In the up position, you just have the patio light. The center is off, and the lower is the assist handle light. Next, as I mentioned earlier, is the override switch for the step.
Okay.
And then we have the interior light. And then also this red one is a master switch. We have a couple of lights in some of the compartments, the water bay, and this is the master switch for the compartment lights.
Good.
And beside it, we have a rheostat dimmer switch for the inside ceiling lights.
Perfect. What have we got down here?
Well, here we have just a compartment, nice size compartment. We have on the Serenity model, we have the doors opening from the top down versus from the bottom up.
Okay.
And cable straps to hold the door in place at the bottom here. And nice cargo lined baggage compartment, and a lot of stuff can fit in there.
Perfect.
So this is just a straight compartment.
What have I got up here? I've got two vents.
Here you got your lower vent for your refrigerator and your upper vent. The air comes in here, travels up, and the hot air escapes through the top vent.
So obviously pretty smart when your fridge is running that you don't want to block this.
Right. You don't want to block it with a picnic table or a chair or anything because you want the air to come in.
Air in, air out.
Correct.
Keeps the fridge working.
That's right.
What do we got here?
120 volt receptacle. This is a ground fault receptacle.
What does that mean?
You know, in your house you have your shaver plug beside your vanity at home, and this is like your shaver plug. Because it is outside, you want a protection on it because of water and what have you.
Okay.
There is no switch on this one. It is protected, but it doesn't have the test reset.
Okay.
It is in line with a couple other receptacles that are in the house that have the test reset on it. So for any reason, if this receptacle isn't working, check the other GFI in the series with the reset buttons on them.
Splashed water in there, I could trip the reset.
Right.
So I'd have to reset it.
You'd have to reset it on one of the other plugs, and I'll show that when we go inside.
Sure, perfect. Now also this body, beautiful body, fiberglass body, full body paint. Is there any maintenance required on this paint at all?
Oh, you can just clean it with soap and water, obviously. There are people doing a polish on it, and I do know that Meguiar's makes a very, very good polish, and a paint shield that you can wipe on, wipe off. You don't need to put a lot of elbow grease and buffing and just to wipe on, wipe off, just to keep it nice.
Automotive paint, treat it like a car.
Yes.
Beautiful. Mm-hmm. Okay, as we work our way down, we've got our tires. Obviously, we've got the optional Alcoa aluminum rims here. We got dual wheels back here. Anything we need to know about the dual wheels?
Not really. We use the Alcoa, and what we do different is we have the inner wheel also as aluminum Alcoa wheel.
Anything we have to do with the aluminum wheel, a maintenance thing or anything?
No, just keep them nice and clean. That's about it.
Okay, and always check your tire pressure. Let's work our way down. Want to start here? What do we got here?
Sure, we got another. This is inside-outside storage. This goes under the trifold sofa in the Serenity model above the floor. So you can put some items in here.
Okay, so this is the optional sofa. We also have a standard bed as well. Okay, that's good.
Also, you will see in here, you will see the motor.
Yes.
And this motor drives the electric portion of the bed.
Okay.
And it's easy access to get into here.
Okay.
You know, and also if you ever find a problem that your motors are not working, and you need to go to bed, right? So you will see on the right-hand side and also left-hand side, you will see some pins and some clips. You remove those pins and those clips, and then you could get that sofa leaned down manually.
So you can manually lay it down if there was ever a problem with the electric motor.
Right, correct.
Smart. I like that. It's a good little safety feature. What do we got down here?
Here we have, Dean, a pretty large storage in the rear bottom here. Same as the front.
People might want to put something on here.
Yeah, I wouldn't suggest any weight on here because of the cable straps. You know, we're apt to maybe put a box in here and then put it in. So the best is not to put anything or any weight on.
Whatever you're putting in the storage bin, put it directly in.
Right. And also one thing to note is when you unlatch these doors, because they are from the top down instead of the bottom up, you don't want the door to fall open. So let it, you don't want to put a lot of stress on these cables and have it fall down. So you want to just help it along.
I noticed that these are all aluminum doors. Is there any maintenance required on the aluminum doors?
Just clean.
Okay, excellent. That's great.
Nice quarter turn latches.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
And one key will fit all the latches, the baggage latches on this coach. Rear of the coach, we have up top, we have our camera, rear view monitor camera.
Built-in camera?
You bet. We have the emergency window in the rear of the coach that has the red handles. I'll show a little bit inside, but if there ever something to happen, you also have an escape route through the rear.
Through the back, nice. Hey Brad, I've seen some people do this.
Right. One thing to mention on the emergency window, Dean now has it propped open a bit. This emergency window is to be used only in an emergency. Not for airflow to prop it open during the day or during the night, but just an emergency only.
What happens if I open it up all the way?
If you open it up too far, it could fall out of the track and go onto the ground. So emergency window as designed in emergency situations. Have our third brake light, center brake light, very nice. And we have a nice big compartment here, also in the rear.
Yeah, another big storage area here.
Has your storage facility here.
Okay. What do we got over there, that white thing hanging down?
This is the household water purifier.
Okay. What kind of a filter is it?
It's a standard filter that you can get at any Walmart or location. It's
charcoal filter, beautiful. Okay. Yeah. Anything else you have to do? I see there's a plumbing vent here. Anything there?
No, there's nothing you need here.
Nice big storage area.
Very, very, very nice.
Okay, let's work our way down. What else we got down here?
Well, we've got the standard North American 7-pin plug and our 5,000-pound hitch.
Great. Okay, so you can tow up to 5,000 pounds.
You can tow up to 5,000 pounds, but you're going to have to be careful. The gross combined weight rating of the Mercedes-Benz is 15,250 pounds.
Correct.
So let's say the unit comes out of the factory at about 9,600 pounds or thereabouts, and what the customer will load it up to with the tow vehicle cannot exceed the 15,250 pounds.
So know how much your unit weighs, subtract that by 15,250 pounds, we'll tell you how much you can tow.
Right.
Beautiful.
Yeah, and my recommendation is always a little be on the safe side instead of going to the max of the hitch. It's just better towability if you can stay a little less than the 5,000 pounds.
That's great.
Oh, this is the quick connect for an external barbecuer. But just to note, the barbecue that you're going to want to use is an RVQ.
Low pressure.
Low pressure and non-regulated.
Okay.
Because we put it on low pressure and thus after the regulator, so you cannot use just a standard barbecuer with a regulator.
Okay, and that runs off the main 15-gallon propane tank.
Correct, yeah.
Beautiful. Of course, we've got our outside service center. Please, walk us through that?
Sure. I know Willie did in the winterization video, he went through it all, but I'll just go through it in the Reader's Digest version here. Here we have our city water fill.
City water means?
Right, when pressure water from the spigot outside.
And where do you run that? How do you run that through there?
Just through the end there, right, and then the hose
so
up and
leave this closed.
Yeah, you bet,
Smart.
you bet. And also, this is where that would operate. The city water connection is right here.
Okay.
And you would just screw on your city water, turn your valve to city water, and you're good at the campground. If you want to fill your tank, you would just turn the valve over to the right
Okay.
to fill your tank. We have a nice decal here that indicates your city water and normal flow and your water tank fill where it should be.
Beautiful. What else we got?
Holding up in my hand, I'm holding up a little valve here.
Okay.
This valve, if you're in a situation where you want to blow out your lines, you don't want to
Blow out the water line.
Right, you don't want to use plumbing antifreeze.
Okay.
It's not going to get that cold. It's only going to get about 25 Fahrenheit, -3.
Right.
But you want to blow out your lines, and this would go into the city water here, and then you could just open up all your taps and blow out your lines, get all the water out of the line.
Hook up an air compressor?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
But make sure when you do this that you have all your taps open.
Yes.
And your water heater bypassed, and
Right.
you bet. And here we have our exterior shower, which is also, when you're blowing out the lines, is also our low point drain as well. The exterior shower is the low point drain
So
of
that's
the
a low point drain, so.
You bet.
Okay, that's important to know. I like that.
And here we have, just to the right of the exterior shower, we have the remote fill, propane fill.
Okay.
So,
So do I fill that up myself?
no, you would not. You would have a certified person doing it at a propane filling station.
Okay. I noticed there's a little, that light you were telling me about.
Yeah.
How do I turn that on?
Well, you have to turn it on the inside. The
That red button.
the red button on the inside.
I'm gonna go do that. Okay.
And here we have next to the light, we have the 12-volt shut-off, propane shut-off switch. Because we have a remote fill, we have a 12-volt switch
Okay.
to turn your propane on and off.
Oh, okay, so if you're going ferries or tunnels, you have to turn off the propane, you just do it right here.
Right, yeah.
No valves to turn, just.
Just switch it on and off. Or when you're filling up fuel,
Oh, of course.
you want it off then as well.
Yep.
And then we got, if you have like a ground-mounted satellite dish,
Okay, portable satellite dish.
portable satellite dish, you would just mount it right here.
Okay.
And some parks offer cable TV right at the post for you, and we have a cable TV hookup here as well.
Okay. I got some valves here. What do those do?
We have the macerator switch. This unit came with a macerator.
Optional macerator switch, okay.
Yeah. And your gray and your black.
Okay. So always dump the black first, then the gray,
You bet.
and then turn this motor on.
You bet.
Okay. Now standard, of course, is the 3-inch dump system with the blue hose, right, which are more traditional.
Right.
Okay, great. Okay, so if I don't order the optional macerator pump, where's the hose?
The hose is right into this cavity here in the back is the storage facility for the 3-inch hose.
Oh, okay.
And also, because the macerator is a 12-volt pump,
Right.
if something ever happens to that,
Yes.
you're still not hooped.
Okay.
You can still drain your tanks. You have to remove the pump, which
Okay.
is very easy. It has one bracket, electrical connection, and then the pump is just bayoneted onto the 3-inch hose, and you can remove it and use your
Beautiful.
3-inch.
Good little safety feature there.
Also on the inside here, we have another valve. That is our Santa flush. So we got some in the black tank. We have a couple sprayer nozzles.
Okay, so if I want to clean my black tank,
Right. You want to clean your black tank. You want to hook up your hose to that.
right.
And you can clean out your black tank.
But I also heard it's very important if you're going to do that you have to have your black valve open and connected into a sewer line.
Right. The black valve is not in the module here. It's on the outside,
Right.
the valve, and you will want that open when you're running your Santa flush system. You don't want to flood your coach.
You do not.
So have your sewer hose into the sewer dump, your pump on, and your black valve open.
Valves open, very important.
So that, in a Reader's Digest version, is the water and propane module area
Great. Well, that's
of the
perfect.
Serenity.
As we move forward, I got a little exhaust pipe here. What's this, Brad?
That's your generator exhaust.
Oh, where's the generator?
The generator is mounted in this compartment here.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Nice propane generator.
Yep, that's optional. And we also have the diesel generator.
Right.
Okay.
Listed here, you will see on the tags what type of oil to use.
Oh, good.
Okay, and check for proper oil and level. It has a dipstick, and it gives you all kinds of other precautions, concerns.
And oil changes are based on the amount of hours used?
Right.
Or what about length of time? Should they change the oil if they haven't been using the generator? Or
It depends. The best is to always use the generator.
Okay.
Even putting some load on it every now and then.
Okay.
Either once every 2 weeks,
right,
once every month. You can just turn it on,
okay,
turn your air conditioner on, put some load on that generator.
Okay, so if you're not using it for any particular reason, you should just use it once in a while.
Correct.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Smart.
yeah. You want to put load on there. And also, here's the dipstick.
Yep.
Here's the remote switch. We have a switch inside the coach.
Okay.
And also a switch on the outside of the coach.
Perfect.
One thing to note, there is a 30 amp throw breaker just to the right of the switch.
Okay.
You see this 30 amp throw breaker?
Oh yeah.
And that brings the power into the coach.
Now right now we're plugged into shore power.
Right.
And if I were to start my generator, what would happen? I'm sending lots of power into the motor.
No, nothing would happen.
It will switch over to generator power if it's running.
Just one thing to note on the generator, I've talked a little bit about the load use and the oil change intervals. The best thing to do is to go look at the Awning manual that's inside the coach that refers to the intervals of oil changes and how often to use it and put load on it. So refer to the manual.
So what does this compartment have?
Here we have the batteries.
Okay.
2 6-volt batteries.
On a little sliding tray.
These are wet cell batteries.
Right, so you gotta check them once in a while.
So you do have to check the water level in each.
Okay.
You know, I would suggest once in spring, once in fall.
Okay.
Make sure the water levels are topped up.
Twice a year.
Twice a year.
Perfect.
That's what I'd like to see. Some only do once, but I'd like to see twice just to make sure we can keep them topped up and ready to go. Just to note, when you do store for the winter,
Yes.
you'll want to make sure they are topped up
Okay.
and 100% charged.
Okay.
If you don't have a charged battery, what can happen?
If you don't have a charged battery and you're going to get into some freezing temperatures, the battery could actually freeze
Right.
and crack.
Okay.
Well, today, Dean, we're using as standard the from Truma, the AquaGo Comfort Plus water heater in our Serenity models.
Okay.
You'll see on the right-hand side here, we have a power switch on and off.
Some of the early model year Serenities or Unities will have the comfort mode switch on the outside only. Truma changed their system to include additional controls which we've placed on the interior control panel on the later model Serenities and Unities.
Today's Truma water heater, you just leave the outside button on when you want to use it and are camping, and then you can turn your dial on the inside for whatever you want.
What have we got here, Brad? It looks like a compartment with something electrical in it.
Well, here we have the 1200 watt inverter.
Okay.
To use, obviously, if you don't have shore power and you can't use the generator and you want to watch some TV or your shaver plug or power up your or charge your cell phone or your laptop.
Sure.
One thing to note here is also, just like the generator, there's some breakers on this as well, so that if you're wanting to use it and for some reason the inverter's not powering up that particular plug that you have, come out and check. We have an input, an AC in and an AC out, just to make sure that the breakers have not popped.
Okay.
You can check them right here.
So we have 1200 watts there.
So somebody would use a 1500 watt kettle, could pop those breakers.
Oh, for sure.
Then I've got no power.
Right.
Okay, so I'll just check these.
Check these breakers, and then there's a green light that shows that the power is on.
Okay.
And then right beside it is a little gray button, and that's a reset button as well.
Okay.
So you can reset the inverter if you need to.
Okay.
So check the breakers and also the gray reset.
Okay. What do I got over here?
Oh, another storage area, and this is, well, we usually put our the power cord, the 30 amp power cord that we use.
So short power cord right there.
We usually use it there.
Nice little spot. Brad, how do I fill this baby up with some diesel fuel? I haven't seen the diesel fill yet.
Well, what is very nice on the Mercedes model, we have a locking gas cap, and the locking door is actually the driver door of the coach. So you just open the door, flip the lid, and then you fill it with your...
And I would assume that when you're filling it, you would open this up, put your hose in, and then we would close this door, right?
Right.
So that I don't get any fumes into the...
Right, for sure.
Okay, that's smart.
Another thing to note, you know, there's so much of biodiesel going around that, you know, it's always nice to not... I mean, most everybody has ultra low sulfur diesel. But if you go into some states, especially the state of Minnesota, they have a lot of 20% biodiesel.
Okay.
Not really recommended by Mercedes to go up that high. You maybe only want to go up to about 5% biodiesel. Just better running for the engine. Don't need to change oil as often. The more biodiesel, the percentage that you use, you're going to have to change your oil a little more often.
Okay, great. That's good to know.
I mentioned earlier in regards to all the decals that were on the coaches.
Right.
It has all of the listing, you know, your cargo capacities, the VIN number of the chassis, the tires, and the sizes of tires and the tire pressures, and also our spec sheet for the chassis VIN and the coach VIN, so that the customer can tell what it is and when it was built. That's also the Mercedes 12-volt distribution center for all their fuses that they have in for the Mercedes-Benz.
These mirrors stick out a long way. I got to fit it into a garage. What do I do?
Oh, you can move these mirrors. They are manually moved. They're strong mirrors, so you want to grab onto the arm and onto the mirror head itself, and you want to give it a push, and you can push them right in.
Excellent.
It does have 3 grooves in front here, so they do move in and out.
Nice.
You won't break it. It is a little hard, but they do move claps all the way in.
Perfect.
Yeah, I did talk about earlier about maybe wiping down the solar panels. Doesn't come with a ladder, the Serenity.
Right.
So if you ever have to get up there, you have to put up a ladder against the unit. So you want to be careful and not to walk around on the roof. I don't think it's a good idea. It could be slippery. So if you just need to lean up the ladder to wipe out the panels, that's good. But I don't suggest walking on the roof.
Or you can always go to a truck stop. They got the risers, and you can just walk off the roof.
Yes.
Don't hurt yourself falling off the roof. So.
Well, folks, that will conclude our walkthrough on the Serenity. Hopefully, in the Reader's Digest version, the people will understand a little bit more about the Serenity. If not, they can have a look at their coach owner's manual or their chassis owner's manual.
Very important.
Any other questions, see your local dealer, or give us a call at the factory, and we can help them out. Have a great time with your new Serenity coach, and hopefully we'll see you around somewhere.